In this video, I'm about to show you the 10 US refrigerator brands you must avoid and 5 you actually don't, starting with number 10, Frigidaire. Frigidaire is one of those names that carries decades of trust. Your grandmother had one, your parents had one, and that reputation is exactly what Electrolux, the Swedish company that now owns this brand, has been quietly cashing in on while letting the product slide. Frigidaire refrigerators show some of the highest compressor failure rates in the industry, particularly in French door and side-by-side models. Multiple class action lawsuits have been filed, real lawsuits from real families over defective compressors and ice maker failures that cost people hundreds in spoiled groceries. Repair technicians rank Frigidaire among the most frustrating brands to service because parts are hard to source and build quality changes unpredictably between model years. They keep leaning on that old American nostalgia while delivering something that is a shadow of what that name once stood for. They know people trust it. They are banking on it. That is not business. That is taking advantage of loyal customers. Number 9, Maytag. Remember those old Maytag commercials? The lonely repairman with nothing to do because the machines never broke? The Maytag of today would need to put that repairman on overtime. Maytag is now Whirlpool owned, but it is not built to the same standard as Whirlpool's own refrigerators. It has been repositioned as a mid-tier value brand. Corporate language for cheaper components and looser quality control, still sold at a price that implies premium. Consumer reliability data shows Maytag refrigerators hit above average repair rates within the first 3 to 5 years. Ice maker failures come up constantly. Cooling inconsistency? The one thing a refrigerator absolutely must get right is one of the top complaints across every major retail review platform. The old Maytag name was earned through decades of honest work. The new Maytag is living off that while cutting every corner it can find. Do not let them spend that goodwill at your expense. Number 8, Kenmore. Here is something a lot of people genuinely do not know. Kenmore has never manufactured a single refrigerator, not one. Kenmore is a Sears label, always has been. It licenses its name to appliances made by Whirlpool, LG, Electrolux, whoever, and sells them under the Kenmore badge. When Sears had real purchasing power, that model worked fine, but Sears collapsed. And when it did, the entire Kenmore support ecosystem collapsed with it. Parts availability became a nightmare. Warranty fulfillment became nearly impossible. The authorized service network shrank dramatically nationwide, and because Kenmore sources from rotating manufacturers, the same model number could be built by a completely different company the following year. Even experienced repair technicians describe diagnosing these units as genuinely confusing. You might get a solid log-built unit underneath that badge, or you might get something from a low-tier supplier with zero accountability. You have no way of knowing. That uncertainty alone is reason enough to walk away. Number 7. Amana. Amana is another Whirlpool-owned brand. Yes, another one sitting at the very bottom of their lineup. Entry level sounds reasonable, until you look at what it actually means here. Amana refrigerators use some of the most cost-reduced cooling systems of any nationally sold appliance. Basic insulation, simplified thermostats, compressors that repair professionals have flagged for running at the edge of their thermal capacity, working harder than they should, wearing out faster than they should. Independent satisfaction surveys consistently place Amana near the very bottom for owner satisfaction. Temperature inconsistency, excessive noise, and ice maker problems show up at rates well above industry averages. And these units sit on retail floors right next to Whirlpool and Maytag, with nothing to tell you they are a dramatically inferior product from the same parent company. That placement is not accidental. It is designed to look like a deal. It is not. Number 6, Hotpoint. Hotpoint is GE's budget line in the United States, and the way it gets used is one of the more frustrating things happening in the appliance industry. GE has real engineering capability. Their own branded refrigerators prove that. But Hotpoint gets the stripped-down design, the cheapest available components, and the thinnest insulation, then gets packaged in a clean cabinet and sold to families stretching every dollar. Hotpoint consistently scores among the lowest in independent reliability testing. Simple thermostats, undersized compressors, door seals owners report failing prematurely. Frost buildup and temperature swings are documented themes in Hotpoint reviews going back years. And here is what really stings. The people buying Hotpoint are usually the ones who can least afford a surprise repair bill or a full refrigerator of spoiled food. GE knows exactly who is buying this product, and they are still shipping it out the door, built to the lowest possible cost. There are better options at the same price. This is not one of them. Number 5, Magic Chef. Magic Chef sounds like something you could trust in a kitchen. The product tells a different story. These are primarily compact and apartment-sized units marketed toward renters, students, and small spaces, and in that market they have built a reputation for breaking down that is hard to ignore. Temperature regulation failures are the most consistent complaint by a wide margin. Owners report units running too warm, too cold, or bouncing between both, which means your food is spoiling and you cannot predict when. Compressors are sourced from overseas suppliers with limited quality documentation. Noise complaints are frequent. A loud compressor cycling in a small apartment disrupts daily life in ways that matter. The Magic Chef brand has been sold between multiple parent companies over the years, each one less interested in the product than the last. What remains is a name on a box. A kitchen deserves more than that. Number 4, Avanti. Avanti shows up in compact refrigerators, wine coolers, and small apartment units across US retailers, and it has quietly built one of the worst quality records in that segment. These are manufactured overseas and imported specifically for the budget end of the American market. The complaints across retail platforms are persistent premature compressor failures, temperature instability, and units arriving with manufacturing defects out of the box. That last part is significant. A real number of Avanti reviews describe problems present from day 1 or within the first 60 to 90 days. That is not wear. That is a factory-level quality control failure. Avanti also has almost no repair infrastructure in the United States. When something goes wrong, and the data strongly suggests it will, finding a technician or sourcing parts often costs more than the unit is worth. The practical answer for most buyers ends up being throwing it away and buying again. That is not a coincidence. That is a business model built around replacement, not reliability. Number 3, Visani. Visani is sold almost exclusively through Home Depot, and understanding that relationship explains everything about what this product is. Home Depot sources appliances from third-party overseas manufacturers and sells them under the Visani name to capture budget buyers in a trusted retail environment. The brand carries the weight of Home Depot's credibility with none of the engineering accountability that should come with a major appliance. Visani reviews on Home Depot's own platform, a moderated review system, still show a clear pattern of inadequate cooling, loud compressors, temperature inconsistency, and full unit failures within 1 to 2 years of normal use. Warranty claims go unanswered, replacement units arrive with the same problems as the originals, the display looks clean and professional. The packaging is polished. Neither of those things reflects what happens 6 months after you bring it home. Visani exists to fill a price point. Every time someone buys it thinking they found a deal, the brand wins and the customer loses. Number 2, Haier. Haier is a Chinese state-owned appliance company, and American consumers deserve to sit with that fact before we even get to the product. Haier acquired GE Appliances in 2016, which got its name deep into the US market. But refrigerators sold under the Haier name itself, not GE, specifically Haier-branded units, show some of the most inconsistent quality control of any recognizable brand in America. Reviews reflect serious variability. Some owners run their units for years without issues. Others report failures within months. That unpredictability is its own problem. A major appliance purchase should not be a gamble. Beyond reliability, there are legitimate questions about supply chain transparency, manufacturing oversight, and data privacy in smart appliance features that Haier has never meaningfully answered for the US market. At similar price points, better options with stronger accountability exist. There is no compelling reason to choose Haier. Number 1, Insignia. Insignia is Best Buy's private label brand. Best Buy does not manufacture appliances. Insignia is a name attached to products sourced from overseas factories, bought at the lowest possible cost, and resold under a house brand with zero engineering accountability. Insignia refrigerators earn some of the lowest reliability scores tracked in US consumer appliance data. Reviews on Best Buy's own platform still document compressor failures, temperature control failures, ice maker problems, and units dying within 1 to 3 years of normal use. When something goes wrong, the warranty process runs through Best Buy's retail customer service, a system built to minimize returns, not stand behind a product. What makes Insignia number 1 on this list is the staging. These units sit on Best Buy showroom floors right next to LG, Samsung, and Whirlpool. Same lighting, same professional display. A shopper who does not know what the Insignia name represents could genuinely believe they are getting a comparable product at a better price. That is the entire strategy. A deliberate exploitation of trust inside a retail environment most Americans consider reliable. Insignia exists to extract margin from budget buyers who deserve honest options. That earns it the top spot, no question. Now that we've been through the 10 brands that'll cost you more in headaches than they ever saved you at the register, let's get to the ones actually worth your money. Starting with number 5, Bosch. Bosch has been quietly building refrigerators at a level of precision most American brands have not matched in years, and the data backs that up. Their counter-depth French door models consistently earn some of the highest owner satisfaction scores in the US appliance industry. Bosch refrigerators run at around 40 decibels, quieter than a normal conversation, because the compressor technology is engineered to run efficiently, not just cheaply. Independent repair data puts Bosch in the top tier for fewest service calls within the first 5 years of ownership. And for anyone watching monthly expenses, their Energy Star ratings translate to real savings on electric bills month after month, year after year. Bosch does not chase volume. It does not show up on every discount shelf at every big box store. It focuses on building something that works and keeps working. That kind of restraint is increasingly rare and increasingly worth paying for. Number 4, GE Appliances. GE Appliances today is not the same struggling corporate machine it once was. Operating independently out of Louisville, Kentucky, GE has made measurable reliability improvements that show up in real consumer testing data. Their Profile series earned strong reliability scores across multiple independent testing cycles. Actual repair technicians, the people diagnosing and fixing these units for a living, note that newer GE refrigerators are more straightforward to service and that parts move through US-based supply chains faster than most competing brands. Faster parts, lower labor costs, less time waiting on a repair. The Café series has drawn genuine praise from owners wanting premium aesthetics without sacrificing long-term durability. GE is not perfect, but it is an American company making honest product improvements for American families. That still means something. Number 3, Samsung. Samsung carries a complicated reputation, and some of it has been earned. But for their current US market refrigerators, the story has genuinely changed. Their 4-door flex models rank among the top-selling premium refrigerator categories in America for real reasons. The dual evaporator system maintains separate humidity levels for fresh food and frozen food. At the same time produce stays crisp longer, frozen items hold texture without the icy buildup cheaper single evaporator systems cause. Samsung also directly addressed the French door ice maker problem that drove serious consumer complaints through the 2017 to 2019 model years. Newer units use an isolated ice maker compartment that eliminates most of the freezing and clogging issues from those earlier designs. Verified repair data from major US service networks shows current lineup reliability has improved significantly. They are not at the top of this list, but they have earned an honest place on it. Number 2, LG. LG refrigerators make one of the clearest value cases in the US appliance market right now, and it comes down to a single engineering decision. LG developed linear compressor technology, eliminating the crankshaft found in traditional compressors by moving the piston in a straight line. Less friction, less mechanical wear, longer operational life. LG is confident enough in this to offer a 10-year compressor warranty on qualifying models. A 10-year warranty on the most critical component in the appliance. That is a company standing behind what it builds. Consumer reliability surveys consistently place LG in the top 2 or 3 refrigerator brands for fewest repairs within the first 7 years of ownership. Their InstaView door panel knocked twice to see inside without opening is not just a gimmick. Every time a refrigerator door opens, cold air escapes and the compressor works harder. Fewer unnecessary openings means lower energy use and lower monthly bills. Real savings, over time, that actually add up. LG is not the cheapest option on the floor, but cheap is exactly how these companies get you. You save up front and spend double on repairs within 3 years. LG is the smarter math. Number 1. Whirlpool. Whirlpool is number 1, and there is no ambiguity about it. This is an American company, founded in 1,911 inches, Benton Harbor, Michigan, still headquartered there. Still manufacturing in the United States. While other major brands shifted production overseas or got absorbed by foreign conglomerates, Whirlpool has kept fighting to maintain American manufacturing. That commitment is not symbolic, it translates directly into product quality and repair accountability. Whirlpool refrigerators rank at or near the top of every major independent reliability study tracked in the U.S. market year after year. J.D. Power, Consumer Reports, Appliance Technician Preference Surveys. Whirlpool is consistently there. Their French door models carry some of the lowest 5-year failure rates in the industry. When something needs repair, Whirlpool parts are stocked locally across the country, no waiting weeks for components from overseas. The support infrastructure is actually there when you need it. Is it the flashiest brand on the floor? No, but it works. It keeps working. And when everything around us seems designed to fail just outside the warranty window so you will go buy another one, a refrigerator that does its job quietly for 15 years without drama is worth more than any feature on any spec sheet.